If you're a Habs fan watching this video, then please just sit back, relax, and enjoy the utter meltdown that is my brain as I try to encapsulate how it feels to be a Canucks fan at this moment who has been sticking up for this team and being on the positive side over and over and over and over and over again, only to be disappointed continuously because of bad decisions, bad foresight, and overall bad play on the ice, which has led to me finally making the tweet earlier today during the Habs versus Canucks game, which eventually got a lot of people upset, but other people kind of on board. Let's take a look at what I tweeted out. Here it is. I have never once in the past 6 years tweeted or said in a video, fire Benning, but today's game kinda got me in that kind of mood. And it's difficult to do that because, as I said, 6 years, man. Jim Benning came onto this Vancouver Canucks squad in 2014. And he's had his ups, he's had his downs, he's had good teams, he's had bad teams, he's had tanking teams, he's had teams that made the playoffs. But only now have I actually dug out the words and the capacity to tweet out those words and that hashtag. And a lot of people would ask why? Why? Why are you finally doing it now? What's going on now that's making you say that? This Canucks team was in the second round of the playoffs. This Canucks team was good. They're trending upwards. It's one game. What are you doing, Lego? And I know that. But you know what I'm thinking about right here? I'm thinking about the Tyler Toffoli situation, and I'm thinking about how exactly this has utterly backfired on Jim Benning and the rest of the management for the Canucks. And this all has to do with several factors. This is not just, oh, the Canucks didn't take Toffoli, they got Virtanen instead. It's not just that. It's foresight. It's the acquisition of Toffoli a year ago in February of 2020, where the Vancouver Canucks, a bubble team that wasn't even close to being a top-tier contender team, made a trade where they traded away futures, Tyler Madden, a third-round pick, or was it a second? I don't even care, and Tim Schaller for Tyler Toffoli, a guy who was going to remain on the team for one contract year and needs a contract afterwards. That was not a trade that the Vancouver Canucks should have done because that's not the kind of trade that bubble teams do. That's the kind of trade that top contending teams that are so close to the Stanley Cup but are just one small tad piece away from getting that Stanley Cup make. Those are the kinds of trades that the Tampa Bay Lightning or the Colorado Avalanche make, not the Vancouver Canucks, not the Canucks team that was just barely a bubble team, that was only able to use this guy for 10 games in the regular season, and who had a boatload of time to sign him in the offseason because he was available for 3 days. This is a Vancouver Canucks team that did not have the proper foresight with the contracts they had beforehand, with the situation at hand on the team yesterday, today, and tomorrow to keep around the proper guys that they would need to win. Jake Virtanen, the guy whom they kept instead of him, was not even playing today. What's that foresight over there? Tyler Toffoli came out here, scored 2 goals, almost had a hat trick. He had the chance at the empty net, but he was like, nah, I'll give it to Jeff Petry. He can get another goal instead. Give him the #1 point producer in the NHL for all defenseman title over here. I don't even know if that's right. Quinn Hughes had an assist today, so I don't know. But regardless, it's foresight. It's being able to accurately plan out your team with a plan and not just make impulsive decisions. Say, okay, we're close to the playoffs. Let's trade away Tyler Madden, a second, and Schaller for what is a top goal scorer on our team and keep him around for 10 games. It's that foresight. It's the foresight, you know, and not even having the hindsight to say, okay, well, we have to keep all these guys. We have to keep Troy Stetcher's another guy who's available on the free agent market now. We had Brandon Sutter, Jay Beagle, Antoine Roussel, these expensive contracts that are prohibiting us from keeping the guys whom actually have a positive impact on this team. Oh, but Lego, Antoine Roussel scored a goal today. Yeah, okay, what else has he done? What else has he done the rest of the games he has played? We haven't even discussed the game in general. We've just talked about the Canucks and that one tweet that I've had. Let's go over this actual game here and try to give the Habs fans what they're clicking on right here, because you know what? Sure, I know Habs fans love to see me melt down because it's their team, their Montreal Canadiens squad that ultimately did the kicking down. And you know what? The Canucks honestly had a pretty okay start. You know, okay. It was a lot of energy over here, a lot more than we saw in the previous games. The Habs had some good rushes and zone times in the first period as well. It was a lot of stuff happening for Vancouver. Edler went over to the box for cross-checking. Then the Canucks took a too-many-men penalty. It was a two-man advantage for the Habs for 48 seconds. The Canucks did a great job at killing it off, and they had good pressure afterwards, but it was a Ben Chiarot deflected shot off of Bo Horvat that went right in front of Josh Anderson, who shot it, and it was in. It was 1-0 Habs. 6 minutes left in the first period, a lot of frantic action afterwards. Jonathan Drouin almost scored on a 2-on-1, but Thatcher Demko made the save. After the TV timeout, the Vancouver Canucks with another giveaway right down the middle at the blue line. Who is it? It's Brandon Sutter. Ooh, what a great player he is. Suzuki took it. He shot it. It was deflected back to the point. Kulak took the shot. Anderson scored with the tip. 2-0 Habs. Anderson with 2 goals in the first period. Amazing. Good job, Josh Anderson. The second period started off with some good Vancouver Canucks pressure early on. The Montreal Canadiens had a power play, though, where Thatcher Demko showed off why he is a very good hockey player. Antoine Roussel redeemed himself. It was a very nice chance. It was a good rush for the Canucks after the penalty kill. Roussel played it back to the point. Hughes the shot. Beagle the rebound. Roussel the second rebound there in front. 2-1 Montreal the score now as Hughes and Beagle get assists on the Roussel goal. Then, a 4-on-4 after a Canucks turnover. It was a clean 2-on-1 Habs chance where Thatcher Demko absolutely stoned Tyler Toffoli. And eventually, doesn't matter because it's Edmundson at the point who takes a shot. It's Tyler Toffoli who tips it in. Amazing goal right there by Tyler Toffoli. Again, and then it's not even a few minutes later where Tyler Toffoli comes in. He drags the puck around Jordy Ben, former Hab Jordy Ben. He backhands it over the glove of Thatcher Demko. What a joke this Vancouver Canucks team is, just allowing this kind of situation to even occur, where Tyler Toffoli is one of the top goal scorers in the entire league. Yeah, he is. Canucks fans gonna be there like, oh, Lego, you're overreacting. Why do you have to tweet that out, man? Come on, bro. I've been tolerant of this stuff for 6 years. So, you know, why not get a change of pace? The second period ended there, and then the third period started. I wasn't even really paying attention in the third period. You know, Pettersson scored on the power play finally. Hughes get his second assist of the game. Miller finally gets a point here, too. It was a Petey grip it and rip it over the shoulder of Jake Allen, right past his ear, off the bar and in. Nice shot by Petey, of course. You love to see Elias Pettersson doing his thing. He hasn't been doing it a lot recently, but he finally gets one to go afterwards. McEwen almost scored, too. It was a weird Allen giveaway that almost resulted in a shot deflecting off the inside of his legs and in. But after that, I wasn't really paying attention too much afterwards. It's just some back and forth over and over and over again kind of hockey. Demko making saves, Allen making saves. Eventually, it's a 6-on-5 for a big bulk of the last few minutes of that third period. Tanner Pearson eventually gets a goal by just sitting at the doorstep and whacking at it continuously. Finally beats Jake Allen. Okay, pretty cool. We have a 1-goal game and things look very interesting. But, you know, the Vancouver Canucks in their 6-on-5s, they don't even really look all too deadly. They're just kind of standing there, not really doing much with the puck, and they're just waiting for the right opportunities to come about. It doesn't really look like a team that has a lot of eagerness behind all their moves. But eventually, it's Tyler Toffoli with a chance at the empty net, and eventually he backhands it over to Jeff Petry, who shoots it and he scores it. Okay, cool. The Habs take this one. It's an ultimate score of 5-3. Really, Thatcher Demko was like the best player for the Canucks out here. He was very good. The goals he let in, kind of weird bounces, kind of odd ones that kind of weren't really supposed to go in, but all the chances that Demko did stop, boy, he had some very high danger chances. Very good grade A chances in front from the Habs that Demko stopped. And he ends this one off with an .875 save percentage, 4 goals on 32 shots. Not amazing, but, you know, he was really good in my opinion. Jake Allen lets in 3 goals on 39 shots, a .923 save percentage for him. If you take a look at all the points that went on over here, Boeser with an assist, Miller with an assist, Roussel with a goal, Pettersson with a goal, Pearson with a goal, Beagle with an assist, Hughes with 3 assists. Oh my goodness, this guy was absolutely all over the place. I think he probably is the top point producer in the NHL for D-Man, probably, right? And then over there for the Montreal Canadiens side of things, 2 points for Suzuki, 2 assists, Kotkaniemi with an assist, Anderson with 2 goals, Toffoli with 2 goals and an assist. Beautiful right there. And then the D-Corps absolutely went off today. Weber, Chiarot, Edmundson, and Kulak all with an assist, each Petry with a goal and an assist. So you love to see that there coming out of Montreal. But you know what? I'm just kind of done. I'm probably going to be on the tank for Hughes train, to be honest. Like, if I'm going to be real with you here, I would not be surprised if the Vancouver Canucks went out there and lost a whole bunch more games. It just Ottawa, you know? It's just Ottawa. They play Ottawa, they play well, and people think, oh, they're good, but then eventually they play good teams. They play okay against Winnipeg. They actually play very well against Winnipeg, in my opinion, but like, no, once they play a top-tier team in Montreal, yeah, they're not gonna do anything. So, Canucks fans out there, please don't hate me. I've been tolerating this for a long time, so that's just kind of how I feel. Would not be surprised if this team lost a little bit more. Not going to say I'm going to cheer for them to lose. I'd just be more inclined, I guess, to getting a good draft pick, because it doesn't really feel like this team has anything to fight for, because you know they're going to suck in the playoffs if they play Toronto or Montreal. Let's face Montreal again soon, in March or whatever, and then let's play Toronto later this week. So talk to me in the comments if you think you enjoyed this video, so I'm going to take a long, long, long nap. And bye.